Hey, what's going on guys, James here, and I've had quite a lot of requests recently to continue with my money making guide series. So today I'm bringing you episode number 8, which is a really nice money making method, very profitable and semi-AFK, and it's going to be on enchanting air orbs. So first off, we need to look at the requirements for this method. You are going to need a fairly high level of 66 magic, so it's fairly high for the average player who's looking to make money from kind of skilling or repetitive activities. However, once you've got 66 magic, it really is quite a nice method to make money from. The next thing you'll need is some starting cash, and the reason is you're going to need to buy quite a few things from the Grand Exchange, mainly just cosmic runes. You're also going to need to buy unpowered orbs, and then things like amulets of glory, just so you can get a quick teleport back to Edgewell Bank. But these are all things you can sell at the end, and regardless of whether you buy it or not, you're going to make very nice profit. So, first of all, what is the process for this money making guide? We're going to be buying cosmic runes in the Grand Exchange. We're also going to be buying unpowered orbs in the Grand Exchange. And then we're going to be using those unpowered orbs on the air obelisk and turning them into air orbs. And these will sell for a profit in the Grand Exchange. So if I just do a quick price check, you will see here the kind of profits you can make per orb. So if I just go wrong place, sorry, price checker. You require 3 cosmic runes per spell, and then you require 1 unpowered orb, and that is worth 841 coins in the Grand Exchange, which are easily and readily buyable. So then what you need to do is you need to enchant them, and you will be left with an air orb. Now the air orb is worth 2192 coins, so that's a nice 1.3k profit per orb that you craft, and it's really nice and AFK to craft them, and also fairly quickly. Or fairly quick, sorry, I should say. So the final thing you're going to need is an air staff. I've got an air battle staff, but you can use an air staff. This is because the actual spell itself, the one that requires 66 magic, requires the 3 cosmic runes and 30 air runes. Now, buying 30 air runes would also be a waste of inventory space and a waste of money. So if you wear the air staff or an air battle staff, or even a steam staff if you fancy, that's going to save you a lot of money and is definitely recommended. So, once you've got yourself a load of cosmic runes and a load of unpowered orbs, and you can bank them, I suggest you put them in a tab like so. Just have the cosmic runes like here, and then have the orbs here. As you can see, I've been crafting a load already, but just put your unpowered orbs in. You're also going to want a stack or quite a few glories, and the reason is you can teleport back to Edgewell with a glory, and that's the fastest method. Obviously, they're just an investment, so like I said, you can sell them afterwards, and it's well worth just buying quite a few so you don't have to go and recharge them at all, or you don't have to keep going back and forth to the Grand Exchange to sell the uncharged ones and buy new charged ones. I also suggest that you wear a ring of dueling. This is because if you don't notice that you run out of charge on your glory amulet of glory, and you're there and you've not got a charge, you want a quick teleport away, and to teleport to Castle Wars like so is much faster than home teleporting, and it will obviously save you time and mean that you can make more money per hour. So first off, obviously we want to start in Edgewell, so I'm going to go back to Edgewell where I was. And there are 2 methods to doing this. The first method is just to have a stack of cosmic runes in your inventory and grab a full stack of air orbs. Now this is a perfectly viable method, and probably the method that a lot of people will use. However, I've been testing it and it is much more profitable, or not much more, but like slightly more, to use a beast of burden. Now I know that I've got a yak here, that's because I'm 99 summoning, and I know a lot of you that are wanting to use the mini making method will not have a yak, but any beast of burden will do, and it will make you more money per hour because the run from the bank to the place is fairly long. So anything that can save you time is worthwhile. So any beast of burden, whether it be a warp terror bird, a war tortoise, or a pack yak, definitely worth having one. However, you don't just fill the yak. Filling the yak would be a fail, because then you can't swap the items and it'd be a lot of hassle. So what you want to do is you want to fill the yak. If you've got a yak with like 27 items, that's like good enough. I wouldn't go any more than 27 items. You want to leave a few spaces. If you've got a tortoise, then obviously the tortoise can hold that many rows, which I believe is, I'm not sure if it can hold 20, I think, or is it 18? I'm not actually sure. It's really bad, isn't it? But what you want to do, let's presume that it holds 18, because I think it does. You want to hold 13 orbs in the yak. You want to, sorry, the tortoise. You want to leave like some slots so you can swap and exchange the items, which I'll show you guys in a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my yak up so it has 3 spots left, like so. And then I'm going to grab my inventory full of orbs as well. Like I said, you don't need to have a beast of burden. I've timed it. Without a beast of burden, you can still make up to 600k per hour. Anyway, so once you have filled your yak, or you've just filled your inventory, and you've make sure you've got your cosmic runes, you've got your glory that's charged, or just in case it's not charged, you've got your ring of jewelling and you're wearing your air staff. You want to run south, and you want to run into the Edgeville dungeon down the trapdoor. Now, one thing to note for this guide is that you will be going through the wilderness, so obviously have this ready when you're running through the wilderness beyond this screen, so you can easily just teleport. But it is fairly safe. Quite a lot of players do end up running through here because there's quite a lot of people doing this method, because obviously it is very profitable. With the yak, it's up to 900k an hour, which is pretty crazy, 900k an hour, and like I said, it's also semi-AFK. So you might be thinking, how is this AFK? You're running, but you just watch when we get here. So what you want to do is you want to run north, all the way to the north, and then east through the dungeon, and then just before you get to Slaymaster, you want to run north through the gate and into the wilderness. So once in the wilderness, just watch where I run. You want to run slightly west, north and west, past the Chaos Druids. Now you don't want to get this wrong, because obviously you are in the wilderness. You will be going up to level 7 wilderness. And what the hell? Why is my character running that way? You'll need to make sure this gate is open, and run through the gate. And then at this point, if you have Prey Melee, you can put it on, because you might take one hit from a black demon. So like so, going to take a hit from a black demon, there it is. And then you want to head up this ladder just here. So once you head up the ladder, you will note that this is also the wilderness, but anyone here is typically just crafting orbs, so you should be fine. What you want to do is you want to cast Charge Orb, like so, and then you cast it on the air obelisk. And look, here's a fellow person doing it. You then want to click Make All on these air orbs, and you will actually get 76 magic XP. I mean, 76 magic XP for every single one you make. So this actually does make you decent magic XP per hour, whilst making a crazy profit. So it's actually up to about 45k magic experience per hour, doing it at like full speed. Anyway, I'm gonna, as you can see, it's basically just charging these air orbs one by one. You don't have to do anything, you just need to make sure you're not being PK'd, but I've been doing this all morning, and so far I've not been PK'd, I've been testing it, so it seems kind of fine, and there are a lot of other people doing it. Not a lot, but like, you know, there is somebody else in every world doing this, so I mean, it kind of shows that it seems to be fairly safe. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video until I finish this inventory, and then show you how to swap with the yak and or any kind of beast of burden that you bought, and why we left those slots for you to do that. Okay, so we're just about to finish this inventory. We've got one more, and obviously we don't wanna waste time. We're making money here, so we want to quickly store the yak. And the reason we left these 3 spots in any beast of burden that you bought is so you can do this. If you had full spots, then you couldn't swap the items, because you couldn't put anything in or take anything out. But because you've got those 3 spots, you can swap the items like so. Now, it's debatable how many slots it's worth leaving. I think 3 or 4 are the optimal amount, because obviously then you don't have to bank or anything, and it is pretty fast. But then anything up to like 3 or 4 slots left is fine. But all you want to do is you want to keep swapping like I am now, until you've swapped it all, and then voila, you've got a whole another inventory. So then you just do exactly the same thing again. And basically, by using the Beast of Burden, I've got that many extra orbs without doing the bank run. And so, as you can see, that other person that was here is gone. So for him to do his second inventory, he had to go all the way to the bank by using, I'm guessing he's using a Amulet of Glory as well, but you never know. He's gone all the way to the bank. He's got to run all the way back. By the time he gets back here, I'm probably going to have finished like close to my second inventory, or probably about half of it if he's quick. If he is quick, which just means it goes to show that because the run here is quite long, having the Beast of Burden, any Beast of Burden, is definitely worthwhile for making more money per hour. And as you can see, like I said, he's only just got back, so he was fairly quick, and, well, not that quick, but he was fairly quick, and I've almost got a whole other inventory done just before he started, so that is why it just confirms it is well worth using any Beast of Burden if you can. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys won't have the pack yak, but like I said, even a Terror Bird, it's definitely worth it, and so at 90 combat plus 4, I don't know what's his summon level, 8, 16, 24, 32. He probably doesn't have a Terror Bird, but if you have got one, it's definitely worth using. Anyway, so now that both inventories are done, it's just a really simple process of banking and repeating. So to bank with the Beast of Burden, obviously without the Beast of Burden, you just do this. Hang on, I'll show you. Without the Beast of Burden, you just quickly throw the air orbs in and grab the unpowered orbs like so, and off you go. With the yak or any Beast of Burden, what you do is you want to do exactly the same. You want to deposit with this button here, and that'll get rid of your everything in your familiar. Then want to fill, close, bank, quickly fill again, and off you go. And you don't need anything like energy potions, because the amount of time you spend at that air obelisk means that your run recharges to 100, and then you can run all the way back. So there's no reason to use any energy potions or tideless run scrolls. Basically, it just works perfectly as it is for run energy, because you gain it back while you're actually crafting the things. So that's basically the method. I'm going to go now and show you guys the profits you can make per hour if you are fairly efficient, and if you use familiars and don't use familiars. Okay, so to work out the profit per hour, we first need to work out the profit per orb. The first thing I want to mention is that the numbers that are found on this call out are based on the GE prices on the day that I release this guide, so they may or are subject to change at any time that you guys watch this video. So on the day that I made this guide, the profit per orb was 1,351 coins, and that's worked out just by taking the mid price of an air orb and then subtracting from that the price of an unpowered orb and 3 cosmic runes, which left me with 1,351 GP per orb. So as you can see, with no beast of burden whatsoever using this method, you can craft 445 orbs per hour, making you a nice profit of 601k per hour, so basically 600k an hour, which is a fairly substantial profit. And don't forget, that also gets you about 40k magic experience per hour, so a nice rival to anything like alchemy there. As you can see, if you go down through Terrorbird, War Tortoise, and Yak, it goes up in profit per hour to 675, 776, and then 875k per hour with the Yak. So this just goes to show that using any beast of burden, or the highest level beast of burden that you can afford, or you can do have the level to use, is well worth it and much more efficient, because it will make you an even greater number of orbs per hour, and hence a greater profit per hour. So that's all for this guide, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you do want me to make more money making guides in the future, then just give this one a thumbs up to tell me that you liked it, and I'll see you later for another video.